Hey guys. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing today in this video for the first time is I'm going to be cleaning my reel. I have a Shimano Curado. It's a 201, 6:3 gear ratio. I bought this probably a year ago, and I've never cleaned this. My last video I heard it screaming for oil. I mentioned that in the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lure off, cut the line, tape the line up on the reel, take her off the rod, and I'm going to give you a quick little demonstration how to clean it. It's actually my first time I'm going to be cleaning a reel, so if I'm doing anything wrong, if I'm missing anything, just hit me up with a comment, let me know so I can know for next time. But let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clip the line off, clip the lure off. What I'm going to do now is, of course, someone has to start working right now when I want to start making this video. Alright, they're done. Of course, they want to start cutting wood right next door when I want to start making this video. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is take her off the reel. Take her off the rod, I'm sorry. And I'm going to tape the spool. So I'm going to switch camera views right now. Alright, you guys, so what I'm going to do is first I'm going to tape this spool of line up so the line doesn't jump anywhere. Alright, you guys, like I said, this is my first time doing this. Not an expert nor pro. So if I'm doing something wrong or I'm missing anything, just let me know down below. Alright, so once you tape that up, what you're going to want to do is open this up. There's a lock below it. Click it down, and this would slide up, slide open, and you just twist it. And you would grab your spool and just pull it right out. So that's first thing. Second thing you want to do is I'm going to take the handle off. So there's a screw here. You're going to screw that. Now these screws here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 right here. They could be either flathead or a Phillips head. So you could use either one, either or. If you don't have a small Phillips head, you could use a flathead. So let's take this off. As you can see, my flathead is too big, so I'm going to use the flathead I have here. I could use a Phillips head, but I have more of a grip with a flathead. If I can find it. There you go. Alright, so start off taking this screw off. Alright, once I loosened it, I'll be able to use my Phillips head to remove it. That screw. This casing will come off. Just like that. Put that to the side. Put the screw next to it so you know where it's going, what goes where. And then we're going to want to take this nut off. Now this nut is going to be reverse thread, so you're going to actually go as if you're tightening it to remove it. As so. Place that down. Now it's all spring loaded, so what you want to do is grab this where you tighten and loosen your tension or your drag, hold it down and pull the handle off, as so. And slowly remove tensioner. Put that to the side, then you have your spring. Put everything together so you guys don't forget, and so you would remember where everything goes. Then you have this nut here. You're going to want to also turn it as if you're tightening it to remove it. It's reverse threaded. Alright, we're going to place that down. We have a copper washer. And then we have two other washers. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but they're not flat with each other. They're kind of curved. So once you start tightening, it's pretty much just like a tensioner. So just make sure they go back just like this. Alright, now once that's removed, you're going to want to remove 1, 2, 3, and 4 screws. Alright, you guys, so thankfully the 3 screws that I took and I removed from here are all the same size, so you really don't have to worry about what goes where or which one goes where. So I'm going to remove this last one here. This one's a different size, so you guys wouldn't have to worry about this one too much. So you know the big one goes here on the inside, and then the 3 on the outside. Alright, so now we have that removed. This should be able to slide right out, just like so. Alright, so you have all your gear components mostly on this side, where we would grease, and we have our bearings on this outer case. That bearing where we would add a little bit of oil, a drop or two, not too much, and then just maybe a little tab of grease, because I don't see why you wouldn't add grease where you added oil, or why you wouldn't add oil where you added grease. I don't think it would hurt. Like I said, it's my first time doing this, and I've seen a video on how to do this, and that's about it. I know you could remove this gear here and get into more of a detailed job, but I'm not going to risk that because I don't want to mess anything up. So I'm just going to leave it how it is, and wherever I can reach to be able to clean, grease, and oil, that's what I'm going to do. So that's that on this side. On this side you have a bearing, and a few gears here is where you adjust your braking system. So you would want to clean that up a little bit, remove all the old grease, all the gunk with cotton swabs, a Q-tip. We'll get to that right now. Alright, so once that's all opened up, just put your tools to the side. And what I've got here is the Ardent Real Care. It's a 3-step clean, lubricate, and condition process. I've got this off Amazon. I'll drop the link in the description below, so if you guys want to pick one of these guys up, you guys could. So what we're going to start off, of course, is step 1, clean. So what I'm going to do here, start off with this outer case. I'm going to spray it. I have a few cotton swabs, Q-tips on this side I'm going to use. I also have this cloth. If I need it, I'll use it. So I'm just going to spray. 2 sprays. Try to clean as much as possible. Alright, you guys, so that's cleaned. We'll move on to this part. We'll give it 1, 2 sprays. Now on this side it's a little tougher to get to spot, so that's when you're going to need the cotton swab and just go around everything. Try to remove all the gunk, old grease. As you can see, off the gears. Be real gentle because there's springs and whatnot that could easily pop out of place, and you might not see it, and then you'll forget or not know where it goes. So real gentle. Use as many Q-tips or cotton swabs as possible, because you don't want to keep going over the parts and whatnot with a dirty cotton swab. Just like that. Alright, now we'll move on to this inner bearing for where you set your braking system, and we'll clean that up. Bearing in here, there's gears at the bottom, not sure if you guys can see it, but clean that up in there. And then there's a worm gear, I believe it's called, or worm bar in here, what moves the line left and right. We'll get to that last because I'm not trying to tip this over, so I don't want to lose these springs. There's these two springs that if you tip it over, these two springs are gonna fall out of place, so I'm gonna leave that one for last. So once that's clean, you're gonna want to start, you want to grab either real butter grease or your real butter oil. So I'm going to start off with the oil. No, matter of fact, I'm going to start off with the grease, and I'm going to add just a bit of grease on the gears. Wherever you see gears, just add a little dab of this grease, like so. Add some over here. Want to move the gears around, spread the grease. We have some gears inside here. Not sure if you guys can see it, but add a little grease in there. And that should be good for that. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a drop or two of oil between the gears. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright. So now that's done. I'm going to put this aside real quick. I'm going to grab the cover. I'm going to do the same thing here. I already cleaned this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a dab of oil on the bearings. 1, 2, 1. I'll just put 1 there. And then this bearing right here goes in and out. So what I'm going to remove it a little bit, not all the way. So from the inside, I'm going to add some grease. Oh, well, so much for not removing it all the way. That's exactly what I just did. Oh boy. There you go. And then with my Q-tip, I'm just going to spread the grease around. Just like that. Alrighty. So now, once that's cleaned, I'm going to put this casing back on here. as so. I'm gonna add these 3 screws right back on. I'm gonna grab my big screw, put it back where it belongs. Alright, just put that on, so put the cover back on. So I could work on this side, tip it over, and not worry about those 2 springs. So now here, what I want to do is just add a drop or 2 of grease in this bearing, right here. And then I'm going to add some drop or 2 of oil in here, sorry. And then I'm going to add some grease on these gears in here. Grab the Q-tip, spread that grease in there, because my fingers really can't fit in there. Or just start moving the gears by turning this right here. So once that's done, you want to grab your spool and just clean this bar up. You can add a drop or 2 of oil in there, maybe a drop in here, and we should be good. Just give it a spray or 2. Wipe it down. Grab your oil, give it a drop, and that's it. So this is ready to get put back in there. Alright, and that's good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the outer reel real quick. Just give it a quick wipe. Now, pretty much any parts that move, you're going to want to clean, grease, or oil. This worm bar right here, or worm gear, has the ending shaft that ends right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of oil in there, a drop, and then another drop. Just like that. And then what I'm gonna do is clean the worm gear off. Alright, as so. And then I'm just going to add a line of grease, like that, and just start reeling her in. So all that grease just gets spread out. Alright, seems good. Now I'm going to put my spool back in. Just like that. I'm going to close this up, lock her. Now I'm going to put my handle back on. So start off with the 2 washers. Like that. Then I have my copper washer. Then goes my nut. That's reverse thread, you guys, don't forget. Next, you have your spring. Then you have your tensioner or your adjuster. Alright, so once you put your adjuster on, then you're going to want to put handle, and then you grab your nut, reverse thread, so you're going to go as if you're loosening it this time to tighten. My hands are all oiled and greased up, so sorry. Just like that. Grab your adjustable wrench. You don't have to tighten it too much, you guys. Just nice and snugged. Nice and snug, just like that. Then you want to grab your first part you started with by removing is your cap. Screw that back on. And there you guys have it. That's about it. What I'll do sometimes is, if I feel like it needs some oil in the spool itself, what I'll do is I remove this here. I'll remove this. And then what I'm gonna do is just add a drop of oil. Just one drop. And I'll close that back up. And then you guys have it. That's about it. I didn't go in too much of details. Like I said, it's actually my first time doing this. I've seen a video on it on YouTube, so I just wanted to make a quick video for you guys. But yeah, I was gonna do my loose speed spool also, but like I said, it's pretty much the same thing. But I recently got this reel, so I haven't heard any gears grinding yet, and it's pretty clean still, so I'm gonna save this one probably for our next video. Really didn't get into detail on cleaning this reel by removing all the gears and all that, but I believe that simple cleanup would be a big difference on your reel, and you'll feel the difference. Like I said, I got this off of Amazon, real Ardent care. I'm gonna link that link in the description below, so you guys could be able to pick some up if you guys need some. And that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. If I've done anything wrong or if I missed anything, hit me up with a comment below. Please like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.